said, Dira, that we use our prepared speeches. So you have speeches where you deliver from your competent communication manual, speeches 1 to 10. But the second part of our meeting is the impromptu speaking, where you are called upon to speak for 2 minutes without knowing the topic before you come up front. And our leader, our founder, Ralph Smedley, he said the unprepared speaker has the right to be afraid. And so we practice those. And when persons come to our meeting and they are called at the front, at first they say they cannot speak. But then you have to speak for 2 minutes. And some people go over that 2 minutes, not realizing that the time has run out on them. And so that is what we do at our meetings. However, that's not all. As you said, there are young people coming. We also have fun times. We have dinners, we have parties, we go on hikes, we go on island tours. There are lots of things we do as a club to encourage people and keep their interest growing. Additionally, it is also a leadership training exercise. And so you get the opportunity to practice your leadership skills. In our meeting, sometimes we say, like what I do, I change that trend of thought. Somebody will be there monitoring that and will give you a report at the end of the day. Our grammar, in Dominica, we say D for everything. Somebody will be there monitoring our grammar. So there's the grammarian and the we. In Dominica, we are either too late or too long. We do not keep within time. And Toastmasters teaches you how to keep within time. So in our meeting, there's a timer. Our meeting is supposed to start on time and it is supposed to end on time. In order to do that, persons have to be aware of their time limits, and there is somebody who will remind you of your time limits and give you a report at the end of the exercise. Now somebody must chair the meeting. So there is somebody to chair the meeting, and you have to prepare for you to chair that meeting. And another person will evaluate the meeting as to everything which went on in the meeting. So you get to practice those leadership skills. As I said, there are parties, there are island tours. Somebody must prepare for that. So you too have to chair that, get your own set of committee members, and plan what is going to happen.
So it's really a holistic training program.
Yes.
For people. And how often do you meet?
We meet every first and third Thursday at 6 p.m. at the TVET building, the Faculty of Education at Bath Estate campus. And there's always somebody to greet you. Or you can call us. Well, my number is 614-3007. And we can provide you with some other numbers if you're interested. Once you call that number, I'll put you on to the Sergeant of Arms, and then somebody will be there to welcome you in our absence. But before we move on, before our time comes to an end, I need to give the benefits of Toastmasters. As you heard from Toastmaster Sweeney, it's not just a public speaking, you learn leadership. And it is so good that you come and be a competent communicator and a competent leader. Just this morning, I was reading a blog on LinkedIn, and it says, somebody was sharing that views that the organization does not need leaders. It needs management. That is not true. Leaders do what is right, but managers don't. They do the right thing. So what we need to tell them at Toastmasters is that the organization really needs leaders, and they need to come in there. So one of the benefits is that you become a competent communicator, you become a competent leader, you become a good team player, you're able to manage effective meetings, because as you heard Toastmasters Sweeney say, time management is the big thing at Toastmasters. There's increased productivity on your job because you have a new way of thinking. You become a positive mentor because once you have passed Project 3, you can start mentoring the new ones coming in. I said already, this organization is a cost-effective one. It's a non-profit. It only costs you $207. The cheapest way to educate yourself. You get increased chance of getting a better paying job or promotions on the existing job. Because what we have been seeing, a lot of young people, especially from NBD, NCCU, they're coming in preparation for new promotions. And I know it's a good thing, and that is why I want to stay in Toastmasters Club, to be able to help the young individuals. Don't get me wrong, because there are people 90 and over who still want to be a Toastmaster and give their speech, because I was reading in one of the Toastmaster magazines where, because there was a lady, Her son joined Toastmasters. Instead of prepare for his speeches, she decided she wanted to become a Toastmaster. She delivered her 10 speeches and she died after. She died a competent communicator. So there is no age limit upwards. We just start at 18 because at 18, you know, most people are working, they can sign their own contracts, and that is why we say 18.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, can you give us this contact again, where they can reach you?
My number is 245-5292. I am Valda Sweeney. One thing I did not say or I left out was that in addition to your prepared speech, you have an evaluator. The Ralph Smedley said, ours is the only organization he knows dedicated to the individual. We work to bring out the best in each of us, and then we use those skills to help others. And so your evaluator will tell you how you did in your speech, what you did properly, and what you can improve upon. We never tell you what you do wrong. We just tell you what you can improve upon, and we encourage you to go on to your next speech.
Okay, let me ask you this finally. Do you encourage people to, if they just want to get a feel, just check it out? Can they just come into your meetings without a commitment? Just come in, say, at your next meeting, next
Our next meeting will be on the 20th of July, because the new executive just took over and they need this Thursday to organize their meetings for the coming year. Member persons are encouraged to come because that's how we get members. However, we would not like a person coming for 6 and 7 months and not making up their mind to be a member. Because at our meetings, we have everybody take part. And as a guest, you will be called upon in the table topic session to participate. So we do not leave anybody out. Everybody is supposed to come up front to participate in our meeting. But we encourage members, we encourage visitors, we encourage guests. As a matter of fact, in the Toastmasters family, we realize that persons will enter and leave the club. And so year-round, there are membership contest campaigns which goes on. There's the Talk Up Toastmasters, there's Ralph Smedley, there are Beat the Clock. When you're coming to the end of the year, we need 5 members. We have a contest named Beat the Clock, and there are prizes and surprises to be won.
Excellent. So the next big day is the 20th of July.
The 20th
at the
of
UB
July.
Center, the TVET room?
At the TVET building, that's the Technical, Vocational and Educational and Training building at Bath Estate, formerly known as the Teachers College.
Oh, okay.
We start our meeting at 6, and we gather at 5:30 to ensure that our meeting begins at 6. We end at 8.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And Frederica, just a quick final thoughts from you.
One thing I would like to say, there are some people in the Portsmouth area that might be thinking of joining the Toastmasters Club. There is a club in Portsmouth, we call it the Northern District Toastmasters Club. You can visit there. They have meetings every 2nd and 4th Thursday. We have every 1st and 3rd. They have 2nd and 4th. So we do make provision for the people in the north. And I would like to encourage everybody 18 and above, come and become a competent communicator, come and become a competent leader. And I would like to say thank you to Mr. Sheridan Gregor and the team at Q95 for accommodating us to promote the Toastmasters dream.
Just to add to what Toastmaster Jura is saying, the Northern District Toastmasters Club, their meeting is held at the Credit Union Hall. So upstairs, the Credit Union Hall, Central Credit Union, Portsmouth, that's where the Northern District Toastmasters Club is held. Their president is Toastmaster Hilary Joseph. In NITC, our current president is Toastmaster Sherita Gregor. She was elected at our last election, and currently she is our president, Sherita Gregor.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you both, Valda and Frederica, for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Toastmasters. It's great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
July 3rd.
It's just about 20 before the hour of 10 o'clock. We are going to continue with the Farmer's Cry in just a little bit. And of course, we'll also be taking your calls. So stay tuned for that as we continue here on the Hot Seat.
We are in the hurricane season, and your most reliable service provider, Flow, wants you to be prepared. It is extremely important to have a working handset during the hurricane season. There's a large selection at Flow, including affordable handsets which feature FM radio and flashlights. Also ensure that your phones have sufficient credit to make that critical call to family and friends. You can also activate one of our talk, text, and data plans to cover all your communications needs during the hurricane season. Simply dial *129 # to activate. And remember, Flow Credit is available at several locations all across Dominica. What about that good old faithful fixed line? A fixed line is the perfect alternative during this time of year. Come into Flow and ask about our free fixed line handset with service sign-up. Don't forget our charging stations, which are free to the public at our Customer Experience Center. Need to charge your phone? Our doors are wide open and welcoming. We are in the hurricane season. Always be prepared with Flow.
Enjoy the simple things, the joy Sodanza brings. Go from land to back, it's a good-natured snack. All natural, and in chips. Land to pack, it's a good-natured snack.
It's nature to you in no time. Pick up a pack of Sodanza today.
All natural, and in chips. Land to pack, it's a good-natured snack.
It's the VF Inc. Youth Series, our theme this year, empowering our youth for a better future.
July 24th to the 29th, 2017,
at the Holy Redeemer Retreat House. This year, our focus will be on building healthy family relationships and lots more. Please call us at 449-9649 to register your child, or email us at info@vfinc.org, or you may visit us on the top floor of 37 Cox Street in the city. It's the VF Inc. Youth Series. Check us out.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
All my favorite snacks.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
I got a top-up flow.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
Sunday to Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
For great prices and unlimited parking.
Entrance and exit on both Goodwin Road and Rawls Avenue. Open 7 days a week for 448-2340. Shop smart at
S-Mart.
In your low power who wish they could just erase summertime. And then call for me, send their children back to school again. Number one, you pan the place we meet you early to have. And before your boot camp, the PTC No Limit Boot Camp for Children, where children learn, children laugh, children play. Say Saki Summer Vacation. Please, BTC will make it a summer to remember. Remedial Reading National Assessment Preparation Grades 1 to 6. Prepare your one to one they call Introduction to Computers All Ages. Computer repairs, advanced computer skills, creative skills, karate, dance, arts and craft, lawn tennis, picnic, bouncing castle, hula hoop, games, food and drinks on sale. Yes, the BTC No Limit Fun Summer Boot Camp. Ever you can work with from 7:30 in the morning. She's down here to avail the midi. Mati Pendima, she has to find a way to enter that program as a child. Idimo ika wazi pision from kini baba ve moustache. Ika dai shibi, spaghetti blouse and short skirt and modern undergarments. If she want to skip and dance and have fun again, call BTC for 480-248 and register your child today.
It's 16 before the hour of 10 o'clock. Welcome back here to the Hot Seat, and we have with us in studio from the BTC, the Business Training Center, Miss Lucia Sunday.
Call me Sunday? Stedman.
It's Sunday. Stedman, Lucia Stedman. Lucia, it's great to have you this morning to tell us a lot more about what's going on with your summer boot camp for kids that is scheduled to begin on the 10th and to run through to the 16th or rather the 11th of August. So it's good to have you. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yes. You've decided to have this boot camp, and the obvious question to me is why do you refer to it as a boot camp, and what exactly are you trying to convey for this particular camp?
We chose the word boot camp because it's basically a lot of information packed into a very short space of time. Generally, we did summer programs where you had a little more fun, but we returned with the term boot camp because we want to implement a lot more into the students' day. We've taken off a little bit of fun and relaxation to a great extent, because in the past we had the students do only academics, and in the afternoons we did things like bouncing castle. We played a lot of games in the afternoons, but the dynamics has changed a lot as of late. And we at BTC, our focus has always been for the betterment of the information technology aspect of education. And because of the recent implementation of CXC, there are pathways to actually have exams on the computer. They're changing from scheduled exams for the future to on-demand exams. In fact, for the first time this year, BTC had its first exam, paper 1 for office administration on the computer. So it means that we've had to go back to the drawing board, which is to go back to the tender age to ensure that children start learning to use a computer from a very young age. What happened in the past is that we used to offer that, and the students that are in their 20s working, they're actually calling us back saying that the things that they learned today that they are implementing on the job is as a result of what they learned at BTC from a tender age. And what we see happening is the high influx of tablets, where every child using the finger point. You have tablets, you have phone, because of the technology of touch screen. So students do not learn the computers properly, but yet still the technology ahead of them, that is they have to enter into, is to use the computer for exams. And I'm sure within the next 10 years, this will be totally implemented at CXC, but they are not going to give students tablet to write Principles of Accounts exam. They are going to give them the keyboard. So we realize that we have to bring back information technology into the classroom from the age of 3. So this year, although we are giving parents the option to choose all you can for the cheap price of $175, and we run the program from 8 in the morning till 4, we are ensuring that every child gets the opportunity to do computer skills at whatever level that they can start.
What ages are you talking about? You said every child. What ages? What's the minimum age that you're
We start at the age of 3.
3.
Children who are 2.5, 3-year-olds can start using the computer.
Okay.
We've done it in the past, and we've had some faithful parents over the years who started their children at the age of 3. Some of these parents send their children every year, and today these children are very, very efficient on the computer. So we know that our baseline is 3 for every program at BTC. We've packaged the program in such a way that every grade gets its own speciality. For example, we have the National Assessment Prep, and we group the children into grades 1 and 2 together, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6. For 5 and 6, we do purely National Assessment Preparatory, and we break down the subjects into how the common entrance is expected to be. So that teacher would be doing a lot of drills, and we do a lot of exam techniques and study skills, and our major emphasis in the grades 5 and 6 is the multiplication. We try to ensure that when the students leave us, that they know their times tables properly, which is something that they can use to master the maths. We also ensure the writing skills is on par. So basically it's really preparing for common entrance, but it's also remedial, so that if a child has had difficulties in the past, they get the opportunity to repair that within the next 5 weeks. Another popular program that we have that I've had to speak to a lot of parents about, it's the remedial reading, especially for children who are over the age of 10 and they have reading challenges. We doing a remedial package for children who perhaps attempted the GSAT exam and did not do very well because of the reading challenge. So we have a special class for them in the afternoons, and we do not allow these students at that age to mingle with the reading class for the younger age, because there's a little stigma problem, and especially boys, a little ego. We do not just, because they can't read, mix them with the 3-4-year-olds, because in the past we've seen that it's a challenge for the people who are, the children who are above 10 and cannot read. They don't feel comfortable amongst the younger ones who are learning to read. So we have a special class for them. I say to parents, if you don't want them to mingle with the other population, just send them to that class. But remedial reading is the focus. Now, remedial reading is different from a person who wants their child to read more. We've had phone calls from parents who say that the children don't like to read, but they can read. In other words, they want help in getting that child to read more. This program is not for them, because we don't encourage them. Whereas we encourage them to read, the practice to get them to get into the reading practice, this is something we cannot handle. What we do is teach to read. If the reading skills is not on par at the grade level, that is what we try to repair. What I say to parents is that if a child is able to read properly, even at the grade level, but don't like to read, you have to use special skills or special tactics at home to encourage a child to read. For example, if the child loves to watch TV, use the TV as a reading tool. If the child loves the internet, use that as a reading tool. Whatever the child likes, use that. And that would probably encourage the child to pick up a book more, because some children read even if you don't see them with a book in their hand. We also have the Form 1 preparatory, which has become very, very popular over the years for children who are entering secondary school. That program is special in the sense that we bring in students who have topped the high school CXC exams to teach them the ways and the means to stay focused. We cannot teach them regular classes, although English and math and writing skills is the focus. And we also teach them how to research properly, because once they enter high school, they will be doing a lot of research, how to write papers properly. But one of the things that will be the biggest highlight is how to create your study schedule and how to track your grades and to stay on focus, how to manipulate your grades, look at the areas, track your progress to make sure that you remain focused in high school and complete high school properly. We also have the high school remedial for forms 2 to 3, where we have students who did not do very well in high school or would like a little touch up in things like maths. We do computer skills, typing, keyboarding. We also ensure that we do study skills, and we do EDPM, that is electronic data production and manipulation, because we notice that all of the schools are using IT in the classroom. We still focus on the Microsoft Office for kids. There are students who are very good on the computer, and we would like to teach them the Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, because some of them are in 4th form preparing to do their SBAs, and some of the SBAs you have to integrate Microsoft Excel with some aspect of Access database. Now, something that is very, very popular this year that we've brought back, as we did not have it for the last 2 years, is the Computer Repairs Bootcamp. This is the program where we teach young men and women who are repairs, maintenance savvy. We get them to come in, and as part of the program, they repair our computers that we've had trouble with over the past academic year. This program has been very, very successful over the years, and we are using the foundation of the CompTIA Strata course. CompTIA Strata is a foundation course for the CompTIA A+ repairs technician. So we're really not doing anything from our own that we've compiled. We're using the syllabuses of agencies that are standard. The Strata is a certification before the CompTIA A+. So you are basically preparing that student for A+ eventually. So they learn the fundamentals of computer repairs, computer assembly, operating systems. They do printer troubleshooting. preventative maintenance, basically repairs and maintenance skills. So they can go back to their classrooms to help their schools and perhaps to help their neighbors, because it's really live. It's not toy type of thing. It's real repairs. They get to handle RAM, they get to handle hard drives, and to actually put the machines back together. One of our focus in that program will be software maintenance, because we see a lot of people having viruses. We'll teach them how to clean the systems, because most of the time the biggest issues on computers is software related because of the exposure of the internet, because it's very simple nowadays, because we have a lot of computers that are integrated and we no longer have the old systems of the past where you had to actually put the main board together with the RAM and the different SIM cards and so on. Today you have a main board, it's integrated, the RAM is integrated, so you don't have much work to do in terms of handling hardware. So our focus will be operating system and troubleshooting using the OS this year. So that's basically it, and what we've always packaged in our program is fun activities. We take them out our first Friday. We're going to soak up in Watson Waven in one of the hot tubs they have at the Escape. I love to soak. Most of the time the students are under pressure for the academic year, so you take them out to hang out, free up, soak up, and just have some fun, relax. We normally go to Jacko Falls, perhaps we even go to the beach. Sometimes we go to Portsmouth Cabrits to hang out, you know. It's a total package for the price of $175. Do all you can for the price of $175.
All right, wonderful. And like you said, can you give us the contact information where people can actually call in and register for this course? Because the 10th is next week, Monday. It starts on Monday.
Right. Our telephone number is 448-0248. That's 448-0248. You can also contact our Facebook page, BTC Dominica, and you can like our page. We answer every person who puts in a query on our Facebook page. We do it live. Or you can email us at btcdominica@gmail.com or btc@cwdom.dm.
So it's an entire month for the kids, a great way to keep them occupied, learning something positive during the summer for just $175. I think this is incredible. This is an incredibly good deal.
Yeah, it's more than a month. It's actually July 10th to August 11th.
Okay, so it's a month and 2 days.
Yes. I think it's 5 weeks because it ends on a Friday. It starts on a Monday. Right. We opened our doors. We'll do our best this year for 7:45, so that parents who are taking work at 8 o'clock, somebody will be there to hold the children. We are open from 8 to 4, Mondays to Thursdays, and on Fridays we release the children at 2 p.m. because once we go to the trips and the children are tired, we expect parents to pick them up at 2 p.m. on a Friday. But every day, it's Mondays to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And our phone number is 448-0248.
Okay, Lucia, thank you very much for this. Thank you for the information. And we certainly encourage all of Dominica to take advantage of this great opportunity to get the kids something good during the summer, starting July 10th. The number again, 448-0248.
All right.
Bless the soul.
All right, it's just about 10 o'clock and we are just about out of time. And Delaney, thank you. I'm sorry we're not all able to come back to the Farmer's Cry, but we'll do it again next week, Tuesday.
Okay, but we're here to tell the farmers, don't lose hope.
We are always here, no matter what happens. Goodbye, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, indeed. And for me, let me say goodbye to all of you and thank you so much for joining us for the big session.
On you.
Heard you stronger than her will, stronger than her will. She lost her soul, living on the corners of the streets. Yeah, on her feet. So she wanna make a change, but she craves another heat, craves another heat. Yeah, she goes now. Well, she's been messing around with her arms down, with her arms down. And she's been hanging around, heard around love, turned around time. He loves